Well, Preecy ultimately ends in defeat this evening, 3-2 to Bamber Bridge. We exit the LFA Trophy. What were your thoughts on that?
I thought it was a great experience for our young lads. Better than playing in friendlies in pre-season. You know, a different experience for them, because at the end of the game, you know, you lose those games and you're out of a trophy. So just get to understand how much it means, and then when you're 2-0 up in a game, how to manage the game, and that, you know, a game's never won. So I don't like losing, but I think for the lads to learn a harsh lesson like that, it's going to stand them in good stead, because they did a lot of really good things. A lot of our lads have not played it against a Step 3 team before, so that, you know, they're probably playing it as a tougher game as they've played in, and they come out with a lot of credit. Really pleased with how they did, and it's very hard when we're very disjointed, and obviously that, you know, they're used to playing together, and you know, they're a good footballing side, so that makes it difficult. We have to work that much harder out of possession, and then we couldn't really get a foothold in the game in the first half. First maybe 30 minutes, and then when we started just to find a couple of passes, then we started to create a lot more chances, and then looked a lot more dangerous. And then second half started quite well, and a really good goal, well worked goal. Noel with a good layoff to Sam up the line. Birch has gone down the line, put it in early, great ball in, spotted Jacob, and Jacob's come in and done the rest. So really pleased with that, but then we just didn't manage the game after that. It was just like we wanted to attack, and we could have got a third, but then, you know, we're just wide open, and that's where, you know, a little bit of leadership and a little bit of game understanding comes into it, and you have to see those 10-15 minutes off where you kill the game off. But a great learning exercise, and really pleased with how everybody did.
One really big positive for this evening, after his 2 assists at the weekend, Tom Carr, finally a goal, a competitive one, and like you say, one for Jacob, and a great assist for Liam as well.
Yeah, really positive. Look, it's good for Tom to get another 90 minutes under his belt. Even more important to get that goal. You know, it's just, you know, he works so hard, and you're just praying that he gets one, and he took it really well. Really good finish. And again, another 90 minutes into his legs. Ricey again, another 65-70 minutes for him as well. You know, Birchie just showing a little bit of what he's been doing at Squires Gate this season. But you know, it's a 2 league step up for him tonight. So, you know, that'll be a real positive for him. And Jacob, you know, coming back. You know, he's had a little while off, played for Widnes the other day, but again, you know, he's playing and scoring against a Step 3 team, so he's showing that he's more than capable of doing that. So yeah, and you know, Noel's had a spell at a couple of, you know, at Step 6, and you know, again, he's played the whole 90 minutes against a Step 3 team and done really well. So, you know, there was lots of positive performances. You know, Birdie again getting 90 minutes. You know, Moose has been out on a dual reg. Again, you know, he's almost played the whole 90 minutes and done well. So, look, everybody's done well who played, and again, you know, it just shows that these lads have got potential, but equally they've still got a lot to learn, and that's, you know, sometimes people are saying, oh, you know, why are these lads not coming back into the first team? You know, it takes them a little while, and it's step by step, and gradually by those steps, you know, they'll make their way, and you know, there are positive signs again today.
It must give you a lot of pride to see the likes of Noel, Sonny Reeves, Musa, and others who continue to push on through and make the steps up from the BTEC programme into the first team and that pathway.
Yeah, well, you know, the whole pathway. You know, some have come through the under 18, some have come through the 21s, and quite a lot of them have come through, you know, our scholarship programme. So yeah, it's pleasing. You know, it's one of the big positives for me, since I've been here, is setting up that program and getting that going and seeing where it is at this minute in time, and it just goes from strength to strength. So yeah, a lot of pride in that, to see those lads out there and developing, and I love to see the young lads progressing and improving and learning. And again, it was a real worthwhile exercise. And congratulations to Bamber Bridge. They played really well. They moved the ball really well. I mean, these teams are always like that, and they're always going to test you. And you couldn't argue about the result. I thought we did better as a game, around the middle of the game. But I think at the beginning and probably towards the back end, they deserved to go through.
Just finally, looking ahead back to more first team action, a real big one this weekend away at Chester. How are things looking ahead of that one?
Well, not we're still full of injuries. We're in that difficult period which we talked about, but we've been in that period for 5 or 6 games now, and we've managed to keep winning games and find ourselves top of the league. Probably one of the toughest places to go. One of the the strongest squads in the league, but without a doubt. When you look at their bench, and over the last 2 or 3 games, some of the lads who haven't made the squad are top players in this league. So it just shows how difficult a proposition that Chester will be. Always a really good atmosphere there, and although it might look that they're I think they're 10th or 11th at the minute, it's so tight. And I thought they'd be up there at the beginning of the season, and there's nothing to change my mind with the quality of the signings they've made. And we're going to have a work cut out, no doubt about that. But we're in there. At the minute we're top of the league. We're there to be shot at. So there'll be that extra incentive for them. But it's a game that we look forward to. It's always a game that that we want to be involved in. And yeah, the 1000th game. Looking forward to that and getting that landmark. But equally knowing that it's going to be a real tough test for us.